Well, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment and boxing capital of the world, and all kinds of things that are happening here in Las Vegas. Welcome again to our show. Shelly Stevens, my co-host, and we have special guest Steve Escalante. He's a Vice President of Business and Development and Global. I mean, well, you guys are doing a new hotel coming up.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of crazy, exciting things. We got the new autonomous AI-powered hotel that we just opened this month, which we're very, very excited about. And we just recently launched this last year, the first AI-powered net zero community in the world, which is here in Southern Nevada as well. So we're very excited.
So you got an AI is involved with the hotel. Can you tell a little bit about, a lot of viewers don't know what's going on with AI and hospitality?
Yeah, you know what? It's a very unique concept that we're deploying. AI, everyone kind of gets a little nervous when they hear AI in the hotel. It's a little bit, it's not all robots, and there's actually human interaction. The idea behind the concept is really utilizing technology to enhance the guest experience. We call it an augmented hospitality experience, where the technology, the AI powered behind the scenes, is making all the functionalities for the guests to be seamless, throughout the hotel, but it's also providing a much more elevated service experience.
So will the guests be a little bit educated prior to getting here? They're going to register. They don't really go out to the counter and register like we normally do at the front desk. This will be AI.
Yes. So what's a little different, I try to explain to people, is we're living in a high technology world right now.
Right.
Most hospitality and industries, hospitality is one of the slowest moving industry to progress with technology. You figure if you order an Uber, for example, right? It knows where you're standing, how far the car is, and how long it's going to take you to get there. And all of this is powering, seamlessly behind the scenes, right? Well, in hospitality, why aren't we doing that? So the idea of that is, how nice would it be that, when you arrive to a hotel, you're not going to have to wait in line. Most hotels, you got to wait in line, and you wait 30 minutes just for them to tell you, oh, your room's not ready. Well, why are we doing that? We don't have to do that. The tech should be so fast that it should be telling you before you even ask. So it's one of those things like when you travel, let's say overseas, and the phone says, oh, you have all these free minutes if you're in London or wherever, because it knows you're in London, right? Well, taking the same thing, it's saying, hey, Joe, you just landed into Vegas. And as soon as you landed from the airport, it says, oh, Joe, we see you're in Vegas now. Oh, let me go check on the room for you. The hotel's already communicating with you and without you doing anything, and say, you know what, your room is ready, Joe. Do you want to check in? Yeah, sure, no problem. Boom, check in, you're done. You don't have to wait in line, you don't have to wait in a queue, but it gets even better than that. Hey, Joe, do you want your welcome drink when you come in? Are you having a coffee, this? Oh, yeah, you know what, let me get that. Yep, I'll have that smoothie on the way in. Okay, Tommy over there is at the bar working today. He'll have it ready when you arrive. And when you get to the door, we should know that you're at the door because your phone, everything's synchronized.
Right.
So when you walk in, they should be greeting you. Hey, Joe, welcome. Hey, you know what? Tommy's got your drink. You want him to get it fired up for you? Great. And now it's that magic moment. And the thing is, the enabler of that, all of that experience is through technology. It's almost impossible to do that without tech. So the idea is, how can we use tech to enhance the experience? And that's the basis of the AI-powered hotel. It's less of, hey, we're getting rid of people. It's more of, how are we making people better so the experience is better?
Wow.
So now the guest comes into the hotel, they check in, they go to their room. What happens after that? Entertainment, restaurants?
A little bit of everything. So let me tell you a little bit about the journey and the experience. So every guest coming in is going to have a key. And it's called KEE. We named it that way because you need a key to get into every door, right? So this key is actually what unlocks the magic. The key is actually getting to know you every step of the way, and your whole experience. So that way, your experience is going to be seamless, not only for that stay but for the next day as well. We're introducing a new way of how we're doing things. Our tech, we've created something called the O-Brain, which is always thinking, and it's correlating all the data. When you typically, hotels, they have different systems. Like when you book, it's one system. When you come in and check in, that's another system. the housekeeping. Everyone's running on different systems within the same building, but they don't always communicate to each other. So the O brain, what it's doing, it's collecting everything, so it knows where the information is and how the output. It's going to correlate it to make your stay. So when you come in and you stay at the hotel, before you come in, the system's already prompting you, hey, do you prefer coffee in the morning? Do you prefer early dinner, late dinner? Everything. And what it's doing is it's capturing basically a profile for you that's unique to you. That's going to be very specific. So your entire stay is going to be tailored to you. So if it's raining 2 nights into your stay, well, it already knows it's going to rain. Most hotels typically wait till something happens, and then you got to call the concierge. What do we do, right? This is one of those situations that, hey, it's going to be raining, but we know Joe likes music and events, and there's something playing on the rooftop bar. Hey, would you like a seat? And we'll get you a table and this and that, before you have to ask. And now creating an experience that's tailored to you. And you might like yoga and this, and they may have a yoga at the pool, then it's going to tailor that to you. So everybody's going to have a unique experience where, the next level of hospitality is not just satisfaction. What does that represent? It's really guest understanding. It's really using the tech to say that, every single person is unique, and it's understanding what's important to me.
Now you're talking about satisfaction. I mean, you go to a hotel like that, the guy's single. What's lined up for him? I mean, you have other individuals signing in advance. I want to go to Las Vegas. I want to meet somebody nice.
Yes. Well, you know what? What's great about the hotel is you can pick your poison. From the moment you walk into the door, the lobby is going to be its own experience. The at arrival experience, you're going to have great sounds, great beats in the lobby. There's a fantastic bar with bartenders, and the lobby feels like it's a lounge. And you're like, wow, this is a great experience. And the lobby overlooks the pool. And if you want to step outside through the sliding doors, you step outside into a beautiful overlook to the pool. The pool now has a unique European bohemian vibe, and you don't know if you just stepped into Mykonos, Saint-Tropez, Mallorca, and you're like, wow, am I still in Vegas? And now you're going to have the opportunity to kind of like say, oh, this is where I'm going to hang out. I like the scene at the pool, but the pool is also connected to an inner courtyard. That there we're going to be doing like live sunset. So as soon as the sun comes down, the experience changes. Percussionists come out, the music hits, the fire starts going, and next thing you know, the food starts rolling, and that's going to have an experience in itself that doesn't really exist here in Vegas yet, but we're excited to introduce that kind of world-class feel, and we want all the locals to come in and say, hey, this is our place, this is our spot where we hang, and all the tourists, are naturally going to gravitate because it definitely is going to be a vibe.
This sounds so exciting. I cannot wait, because I really don't know about AI as much as other people do, but just hearing you explain it, I'm loving it already. Oh my God. And I was reading your bio, and I read somewhere that you have offices in Croatia. Is that true?
Well, you know what? Yeah, we do have different parts of our operation throughout the world, actually.
Yes, I was reading that.
So,
That's
our company, Growth Holdings, we do have a pretty big footprint. So we're not only in real estate, we're in construction, technology, and to support all of these operations, we have different parts of our business in different areas of the world. So it might be Croatia, it might be Portugal. Our technology, our main corporate hub for tech is in Germany, and then they oversee the offices we have in Beirut as well.
Now, you're going to be involved with the sports.
Yeah.
You're going to cater a lot to the sports. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have in mind with that?
So what's really unique about the hotel, it offers a very unique product that it's not like a typical hotel. It's a home away from home, but it's even more beyond that because it also allows for flexibility to have 1 to 6 bedrooms. And I know a lot of people in sports, as you do, Joe, that sometimes when you're getting geared up for a fight or you're coming to an event, you don't always want to stay at a traditional hotel. Right. You kind of want to set up your base camp in something that's a little bit more intimate, where your team can be there, whether it's your chef and everything else. So we actually have the capability and the bones to do that, and it makes it for a unique proposition where whether you're the pro athlete, and you want, privacy, your own chef come in, but you still want access to amenities, you got it. And it's close to all the stadiums and facilities. So if you're the away team, it's perfect hub. But also if you're a youth sports, you're coming in the Little League World Series and any type of youth sports, well, it's a place where the whole team can stay together.
Right.
You can block out a series of rooms, coaches in the room, chaperones, and you got all the teams. One thing about team sports, as is creating that culture of unity with the team. They stay together, they travel together, and it's a thing. And this is for the first time a hotel that gives you that opportunity to do that while you're traveling. And it's a place where, hey, if we're coming for a tournament or there's an event, hey, Autonomous is a place I want to
You got
stay.
the Olympics coming up, a couple of years on the line, and we got to be ready for them as well, right?
Yeah. With all the Olympics coming, I definitely think that Las Vegas as a city is a great city to host teams, national teams that are training in a lot of the different sports. And Autonomous is a great kind of ground zero to be the jump off to house a lot of these athletes and high performing athletes.
And they're going to have facilities for them to train and whatnot.
Yeah, Las Vegas, one thing Las Vegas has is some of the best training facilities in the world. And what we've done is we've actually partnered with different training facilities in many different sports, whether it's the baseball, football, soccer, volleyball, basketball. So where the pros train, these are some of the partnerships that we've created.
That's going to be amazing because something that's very much needed. I mean, we never had that any place in the world.
Yeah.
And we got it here in Las Vegas. I want to congratulate you for doing that.
Yeah,
that's
we're
something
excited.
You and your team. You got your team. I know Joe Campos. What are your workers out there? He's doing a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
Day and night.
Yeah, Joe's a fantastic guy, and he's Mr. Vegas, I call him.
Oh, we love him.
He's connected from all the way from the top to the person that owns the restaurant on the corner that's been here for 50 years. So he's definitely a man of the city for sure.
Yeah, he knows them all, and there's good contact to have. I know him for about 30 years.
Wow.
So we go back, and you got a good guy on your team for sure.
No, that's exciting. I mean, we have an exceptional team. I think as we continue to grow our footprint here in the city, it's nice to see that we've not only built a team, but we've also homegrown a lot of our team from the city and even from our operations.
I got my grandson plays for the Vegas Nighthawks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was Rookie of the Year last year, and he was Player of the Week last week. They're doing pretty good. They're in the playoffs right now.
Wow.
So they play this coming Sunday in, I believe it's in San Jose, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do real good. They play at that arena they have in
Henderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really exciting that I'm really excited that all the sports, we're slowly now becoming the sports capital.
Right.
Before we were like, the convention capital, now we're the entertainment. And then it's now nice to see sports. I think with what happened with the Knights, it was a very good catalyst to kind of introduce that, sports works here in Vegas.
For sure.
And that's one thing that I always speak about is Vegas is so unique that when it comes to sports, we have something that none of the other markets have. This is one of the few places and you notice it when I went to the first hockey game of the Knights,
Golden Knights, yeah.
the Golden Knights, and I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see my team, and I was scared to wear my gear because I'm thinking if I was in Chicago wearing a Knights thing, watch out, right? But I went to the game, and I was so surprised and impressed that half of the fans were not from Vegas, they were the other team fans, but the vibe was so nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, this is something that's unique that, everybody wants to come to the Vegas game. They're not going to another city, but hey, if they're playing on a Vegas weekend, they'll come from across the country and make a whole weekend out of it. And that's kind of the secret sauce that Vegas has because hey, we're going to watch the team, we're going to go eat at this restaurant, we're going to go watch the concert the night before, and you have all of that.
So you'll
in one place.
be able to set them up when they get here that they want to go see a certain concert.
Yes.
Transportation will be provided.
Yeah. So
how
we're
many rooms
working-
you going to have there right now?
So right now it's interesting. We have 300 units, okay, and this is an all-suite property. So it's from a one-bedroom where it has a full living room with the couch and the sectional, and then a separate bedroom, all the way up to 6 bedrooms. But out of the 300 units, there's about 500 rooms because some are one-bedroom, 2, 3-bedroom, and it sleeps about 1,100. So that's a lot of critical mass. That's almost equivalent to one of the strip towers, you know, that you think. So even though you it looks a certain way, that's the beauty of the flexibility, that it can represent something different to every user. So whether you're traveling in a group, you're a business traveler and you just need a place to stay, or you're coming for a bachelor party, or reunion, you have all of that. We were laughing because we have a whole wing of rooms that all interconnect, and we said, oh wow, you know what would be really cool? If someone has a wedding here, and all the grooms and the family of the groom is on one side and the bride on the other side. Hopefully they get along, but you keep them separate.
I don't want to be too close to them. If I got married, I now keep the family away.
We might need a boxing ref in between the hallway at all
I
times.
want soundproof walls in my room.
Oh, wow. So who came up with the name of the hotel? What does that mean?
You know what? It came through the history of collaboration. I know originally when we were coming in, it might have been, at a Starbucks or something, and coming up with the name. We had a lot of names and it's evolved. We've had different acronyms, but autonomous stuck. And we wanted to spell it different on purpose. And because it's just different. And then we said, hey, what if we put it with the O? And it reads, you can say it autonomous and it reads like it, but it's just different. And because the concept is different, we wanted a different hook on, what's that? Is it techie? What is it? And that's kind of the idea and the spirit behind the name.
Autonomous equals sports.
Exactly. I like that. We need to brand that. There we go.
Yeah.
You heard it first.
That was right.
Well, I think what you guys are doing is really special. I mean, I was in the hospitality business myself years ago, and we had health spa, we had tennis, we had golf, but no boxing. But it was nothing like what you guys are doing is a dream come true. With what was happening at our time, the technology. I mean, it's needed. You're gonna get a lot of folks gonna go in there that don't know nothing about AI. Maybe a little room on the side. We can take a little classes for AI. Won't be a bad idea.
Yeah, you know what? It's moving so fast. Technology's moving so fast. It's all about adapting. And really, the spirit of kind of the culture of our company is really about. It's not only adapting. It's creating a culture that, when you go to other industries, for example, and that's what's unique about technology versus, let's say, other industries. Technology, if you don't innovate, that's kind of the heartbeat of tech. It's like every day you got to get up. If not, you're obsolete, like the next company's innovating. Well, in other industries, it's a different mindset. The culture's like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So it's really kind of staying on your toes and always adapting. And you know what? And it's not being afraid of refining things. Listen, with all new tech, there's bugs. With all new things, there's always going to be enhancements, and nothing is ever perfect, on the start. But that's part of the journey. That we're the first ones doing this, so whatever bug, we're kind of creating the framework for all of those that follow behind us.
One question I want to ask you is, whose idea was this to create this type of a setup?
Oof, it was a big collaboration and
teamwork.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the story because it all starts. The founder of our company, Philippe Ziadi, the mission of the company. If you look at our business card and kind of the mission statement, it's connecting minds, creating the future, and that's kind of so important because that's kind of fundamentally not only the culture but the foundation of everything you see here. Connecting minds, creating the future. It's how do we connect the minds of different industries to create solutions to problems, and that's really how most of the concepts come in. Is a problem, it's a solution, and when it comes to autonomous, it started with a problem because when we were in distressed acquisition, we were one of the biggest distressed acquisition in the country. We were repositioned a lot of the properties. The company repositioned into Airbnb, and it was very lucrative. You know, you have a condominium that you can get $1,500 rent, was now making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month rent, and you're like, wow, this is a game changer. This is great. But then time passes, and it's like, well, it's not zoned in the right zoning. It's in an HOA, or it's the building. It's just the setup's not right. So it's like, man, how can something so robust, so right, like, how do we come up with a solution for this? And that was kind of the inception of Autonomous and creating, well, what did we learn from that experience is, well, with these houses that were 3, 4, 5, 6 bedroom with a pool, they weren't even close to the strip. Man, we couldn't keep up with the demand. They were doing reunions, traveling 15 people in groups for the NASCAR, you know, whatever. Everything that you can think of, we're like, man, it's keeping up with the demand. How do we create that in a building? And that's the Autonomous, and we had to create the tech behind it, the locking mechanisms, the hardware, because the stuff didn't exist. So we developed all the IP around the brand, and to what you see now, you walk in, you're like, wow, all of this journey was a collective effort of like I can say industry, part of some of the best minds and talent that I've ever worked with in my life.
Yeah, you know, we were at the soft opening that you guys had a couple of weeks ago, and it was so nice. And what I loved about it too is my husband and I have been performing together for like so many years, and we've traveled the world. We lived in Japan for 10 years. We also lived in the Philippines for a while.
Wow.
And we traveled on cruise ships, just like over 60 countries. And so a lot of our friends that we've met over the years around the world, they come to Vegas all the time, and they always ask me, you know, do you know any good hotels we should stay at? And we're like, no, really, because we live here, you know. But now I can actually have something I can tell them about. So I'm so excited about that. So there's going to be a lot of people coming internationally from around the world.
Yeah, you know what? We really want the local community to embrace what we're doing, because everything we do, from the lobby to the pool to the events we have, the social lounge, is really there for the locals. It's a kind of a local-based concept. It's like the best of. We want to bring all the best.
Now, you will not be having any casinos there. No.
We don't have any casinos in there.
Would there be any eventually poker machines, what thing down the line?
No poker machines right now. I mean, that's kind of not the, the plan as of right now. But maybe in the future, maybe this might be something that could be put in a gaming type of a, situation.
Yeah, because a lot of guests come to us to Vegas and they want to gamble, they want to go see the shows. But some people say, we're here at the hotel, we have no gambling at all.
Yeah,
some people like that, though.
Some people like that. We're finding from a lot of guests, especially like the international travelers, that, it's the mindset's changing, and the experience needs to evolve. We're Vegas as a whole, we've been the best and masters of being ahead of the curve. I remember, in the 80s when the resorts and they started to come in, but then, the market shifted. Then they started doing the amusement parks. The MGM had the rides, because all the people that are gambling had kids. So we gotta do something to keep these guys here and busy. And then now those kids are older.
Yeah, now you got
the nightclubs and this and that. And now
you got the New York. The roller coasters, and you got the stratosphere.
Exactly.
On the top, they come down.
And one thing that we're finding, and how we're really trying to kind of position what we're doing is creating a little bit of intimacy. I think is key.
I think so.
Because there's an experience that there's many great experiences here in town, where you're hanging out with 5,000 people at a beach club or whatnot, or a nightclub, and that's great, but there's also another experience that we feel that we have an opportunity to say, hey, well, I don't want to be around 5,000 people, but I want a phenomenal experience, and it's a little bit more intimate. That's fun. And it's and it's something that I can do all year round, 7 days a week, and it's something that's easy, that to come in and you could have your own experience.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great experience for anybody coming. Kids coming to Las Vegas is a big experience, but coming to your type of place, it's going to be extra special, because you don't find what you guys are doing is just unbelievable, but the timing is right.
The timing is right, and being in the boxing game, it's all about timing, right?
That's it.
It's all timing. You get that punch, that knockout punch. It's like fractions of a second, and we look at the timing of this.
You're going to have a
endeavor.
knockout of a place.
So you
Sure.
have any idea when it's going to be open to the public?
So we just did a very soft opening. So we welcome the public to come in, tour it, have a drink in the lobby, stay. But we're going to be doing a bigger opening towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Once the rooftop venue and some of the restaurants are open, we're gonna have a special opening. First, we're gonna give love to Vegas, the locals. So we'll have invites to all the locals first.
And we also want to invite the local celebrities. You know, entertainment, whether it's music in the entertainment field or sports, boxers, you know, hockey players,
Yeah.
football players.
Everything.
We can bring them all there, special events. Certain nights of the week, like on Friday night, we can have a special celebrity night.
We got to have
Or
celebrity
sports.
night.
Yeah.
You're going to be the chairman of celebrity night on
There you
Friday.
go.
Well, it's going to be nice. Going to be a nice event. I think people need something like that. You know, they say, you know, that place is a sports place because beautiful hotel, AI, everything. But we don't want to gamble. We don't want to spend all that.
Right.
We want to spend it at the place, have fun, and hang out with the celebrities.
Exactly, and that's essentially what we're trying to create is really trying to create an intimate experience that you can come and hang out, whether you're a celebrity, a CEO, a politician, and it's a place where everyone can come in and just enjoy a really, really good experience.
Yeah, I can imagine a beautiful nightclub. Everybody socializing there. But you walk in there, you find one celebrity there for football, one hockey, one baseball, one boxing. They're all over the place.
You're speaking my language.
Exactly.
You're the ultimate hype man on this one.
Right.
You're from the Windy City originally, right?
No, I'm actually from Southern California originally, born and raised.
Okay.
It's a long story how I ended up becoming a fan of their hockey team, but I'm an LA boy
LA.
at the core. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I'll tell you, Shelly and I were talking about what's happening here in Las Vegas. I mean, Vegas is not like it was 20 years ago. I've been here 35 years. And when I got here, all the hotels, all the rides, but like you said, time is changing. Everything's coming into place where people say, you know what, we're tired of playing, we're tired of roller coaster, we're tired of gambling. We want to go do something different, and you got to bring something different to the table.
It is. What we're really trying to do is really showcase all the best of Vegas, because Las Vegas, you know, historically the perception was it's only gaming and the casinos. But, you know, being here, you know, raising a family here and seeing the city grow and being a part of that, you know, you come to find that we're starting to have a very unique culture. The food scene here, I can say, is probably one of the top in the world.
Exactly.
You know, and art culture is starting to come in, and we're really starting to see a surge in the music culture, which is very interesting.
Right.
There's a lot of musicians that are making Vegas home, and it's a nice place to kind of get inspired. You know, Vegas, I look at Vegas as it's a city of inspiration, because everywhere you go, it's an inspiration. You know, whether it's a building, whether it's this restaurant, and now it's the people. You know, the people that are in the city, it's like, wow.
No. Mark Wahlberg made a move over to Vegas. Now he's here too, you know.
You know what? Yeah, we're seeing that, and now we're starting to see Hollywood coming to Vegas.
Exactly.
And, you know,
Yeah.
we're very excited at, you know, looking at the future, and hopefully, you know, they start building studios here, and now it becomes a city that's not only dynamic, but has a different layer of culture. You know, I feel like all of us are a part of the fabric of Vegas,
Exactly.
and just adding on to the layers of the culture that's being created.
Yeah, I really feel like that in Las Vegas now in the next 2 years, you're going to see these teams coming in.
Oh yeah,
We're getting ready for the Olympics. If they don't want to stay in the city like Los Angeles. I'm not knocking Los Angeles, but I'm saying they need a place to train, get prepared, like a
Yep.
training camp.
Yep.
After they train, they're ready to make the move over there
I agree.
for the tournaments.
I agree. I definitely think Las Vegas just overall really lends to a really good hub.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's for Olympics, you know, our infrastructure here is very unique. You know, we have flights from every continent in the world direct to Vegas, but the infrastructure from a city is fantastic, because you can literally get off the airport and be at a hotel in less than 10 minutes. You know, most cities, you get to the airport, it's an ordeal. I mean, I'm from LA. I go into LAX and getting to anywhere, it's like a 2.5 ordeal, and it's not even that far sometimes. And it's just, you know, so Vegas has really great bones for the experience. And if you're an athlete, this is a perfect city to come in, and you're in and out and train and prepare. We got a great offering.
So do you live here as well?
I do.
Okay.
I live here in Vegas. I moved out here in '97. Came out here to go to school here, and never left. I mean, I got married, you know, raised kids, and never left.
Well, we're gonna have to get him to come to Lola's because we perform at Lola's. It's in Summerlin, and it's a New Orleans-based style restaurant. You know,
Ooh,
so you'll
I
have
like
to
that.
come out. You know, Joe and our other Joe, they're there all the time.
They perform there every Saturday night from 6 to 10
6
p.m.
to 10, yeah, and it's always a party. Always a party.
I'm always so intrigued. Like, you know, this city brings amazing people together. You
It
know,
does,
and like
yeah.
Joe, I appreciate, you know, bringing me onto the show, because this is another example of that. I'm always curious. You know, what brought you to Vegas,
Right.
and how did you kind of, you know, how did you get here? Like, how did you come to Vegas?
Yeah, we came around the same time. I think.
Anyway, I want to tell our viewers out there watching, you know, today's show is very special because bringing Steve Escalante to the show to share with you a little bit of what's going to be happening in the very near future. So we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Steve, thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thank you.
Shirley?
We'll see you. See you tomorrow at Lola's. Oh,
Okay.
not tomorrow.
See you guys at
Saturday.
Lola's.
Saturday at Lola's.
Saturday.
Take care. Have a good weekend. Keep your guards up at all time. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch them up.